Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski. Welcome back to episode 7 of Road to PokeMMO. You probably know what this series is if you're at this episode, and if you're not, maybe check out a previous episode to see how we've gotten to this point. It's season 3, episode 7. A lot going on. We're over here in Hoenn, trying to get our 6th gym badge today. I'm actually recording this episode for whatever reason at around 12 a.m. my time, midnight. If you want to know why I'm doing that, it's essentially because... Alright, with that explained, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and start walking over towards the gym. I'm not quite sure the pathing on this. I don't always remember this. I forget how to get there. I don't remember how to actually get to the gym. I am hoping that you actually just travel around the tree fort sort of city. I always love this city. I'm not a huge fan of Hoenn, but I'm going to be honest. This city might be one of my favorite in all of Pokemon. I think it's genuinely so cool. How could you possibly dislike it? Just a huge fan of this sort of really cool style. And look, there we go. The perfect way. So yeah, this is the issue we encountered last time. Something's unseeable is in this way, and I don't remember how to fix this. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of research, come back to this, figure out how to actually acquire this gym badge. Alright, so apparently I gotta go hit up my boy Steven, who should be over here on Route 20. I don't know if I have to battle him or just interact with him at all, but I have to adventure on this route and essentially find Steven, talk to him. He'll give us the Devon scope, and that'll allow us to see the Kecleon, which is what's invisible blocking the gym. I also actually want to come down to this location really quick because you can catch Mudkip in the wild right down here. And you know what? This is going to be an episode of testing, a little bit of experimentation, a little bit of getting out of the flow of just grinding storyline. I do want to get the 6th gym badge, and that'll be a really important part of the storyline, but at the same time I want to have some fun and kind of want to spice things up and get out of my comfort zone. So I'm going to take care of this trainer really quick, and then maybe we'll catch a Mudkip right after. Alright, that trainer was defeated pretty easily, and if you're wondering what area exactly I was talking about for the Mudkip, it's actually... There's Steven. Okay, perfect. Okay, I wasn't sure where he'd be, but that actually works out perfectly. And it looks like there's also a Kecleon blocking this location, so I absolutely... I'm gonna have to prioritize going over and talking to Steven. Okay, that's how important it's gonna be. Okay, I get it now. I will say, small mistake on my part by not keeping a teleport Pokemon on me while trekking over to this location. It would have been a lot nicer to get back that way. But let's go ahead and talk to Steven. So there's clearly Kecleons all over the place. How can I get around it, Steven? Please show me the Devon scope. There we go. We actually get a Kecleon encounter. That'd be kind of cool. Is it so much from my perspective, right? It's actually just like it's not like a teach you how to catch thing, right? Okay, here we go. A cool Kecleon encounter. I wonder if these Kecleons are 15 IVs across and neutral stats or neutral natures, the same way that like any sort of gift Pokemon would be. That seems kind of strange for this, but I kind of want to test it. I want to assurance this thing and hope it doesn't kill. It's kind of what I'm hoping for. 33%, honestly, yeah, that's quite good. Okay, I'm going to go for a strength here as long as he doesn't boost. Okay, no Omnia, or not Omnia boost. What's it called? Yeah, Omnia boost. Let's go ahead and go for strength. He's going for detect to stall a turn, sure. I essentially just want to I'll get a little chip off him and try to catch him. Alright, so we went down to around 10%, 17% or so off that strength following it up. So let's go ahead and go over to Pokeballs. I'm going to try to Great Ball it. Hopefully we don't have to Ultra Ball it. But I'm just really curious of seeing the stats. Getting Kecleon on the Pokedex is obviously kind of nice, but I'm just definitely curious to see if this counts as a gift Pokemon. Is this going to be 15 IVs across? I feel like usually with gift Pokemon, they're given to you, not caught. No, it is. That's interesting. Yeah, these are 15 IVs across. This thing should be gift. It should be untradeable, and it's neutral nature. That's so interesting. I would have never guessed that this Kecleon was a gift Pokemon, or encountered as gift Pokemon. Pretty neat. Okay, so apparently we have acquired the Devon scope now. Hopefully that's all we need, so I should be able to just go on and take on the gym already. Although first things first, you know what? Let's go ahead and catch a Mudkip. Alright, here we are back over by the Mudkip location. Let's go ahead and use the Devon scope and counter this Kecleon. I'm just going to kill this one. Just go ahead and get it out of the way. Actually, wait, now I'm dying to know if this one counts as a gift Pokemon. If the first one was a gift Pokemon, but it was like an introductory lesson to the Devon scope, does that really mean all of them are going to be gift Pokemon? I don't know. Will this one have some random IVs? Could I get some Pokeyen off this? Now I want to test it all. It's so I gotta know. I gotta do it for science. That's what Road to PokeMMO is all about. Testing for science. Let's go ahead and try to catch this one as well. We're already seeing some really different damage rolls. We're seeing a lot less damage taken from strength, so maybe that's a sign that it has a higher defense stat. No, are you kidding me? They're all gift Pokemon? That's so weird. Interesting. I mean, all right, now we know at least. We figured out for science. Never going to catch one of those again. Pick up a shiny stone, and you know what? Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Do I have any sort of catching Pokemon I could use? Probably not in this location. What level is the Mudkip gonna be? I want to be able to. I probably should have like a Pokemon with sleep or something on me to help. I guess I could just Ultra Ball and not really worry about it to such an extent. So honestly, I just want one Mudkip. How hard could it be? We're starting this hunt for Mudkip at just around 12,400 encounters, so you guys can actually keep track and like essentially count alongside me and see what we get to. I was initially just going to one-shot this Lombre with a Giga Drain to sustain some HP on my Sceptile since I'm kind of far from the PC and don't have a teleport, but since I put it to 2% HP anyway, I might as well catch this thing now. Alright, the Lombre was caught pretty easily. Unfortunately, it didn't have any relevant stats whatsoever, but it is important to note that Ludicolo actually just recently got moved up to the OU tier, so prices on that line might be going up a little bit. They might be in a higher demand, people acquiring them for their teams, for rain teams. They're a really solid addition. It's really tough to answer Ludicolo on those rain teams. Remember how I mentioned how this hunt started at around 12,400 encounters? It probably would have been helpful if you guys could actually see the encounter counter on screen. Now that's fixed. Sorry about that. All right, not too shabby. 10 encounters, not bad at all. Probably a little less than that if I'm being honest. Now the question is, how do I want to attack this thing? How do I want to deal with it? I really want to just strength it, but I'm pretty sure it might kill. I'm pretty sure strength is going to kill. So honestly, my best bet might be to head over to something like Cryogonal and just go for like an ancient power or just something like pretty weak, I guess. Actually, maybe even that would be a little too good. Maybe we go Girder and go for Slam. It's non-stab. Yeah, let's go Girder. Girder will be able to tank everything pretty well. Level 31 versus... Yeah, let's try that. Let's try Girder. Bring in the Girder and go for a Slam. Better yet, let's just go for a chip away. 70 base power, non-stab. This might do like 40%. Okay, I did a lot more than I expected, but still... 62%. We still put it in some sort of range where it'll be a little bit easier to catch, and that's all I could have asked for. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and try to straight up Great Ball this thing. Ultra Ball, that's what I meant. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and Ultra Ball this thing. It might take a couple. That's okay. Kind of expected. Alright, for 5 or 6 Ultra Balls, I think I actually was able to catch it. Don't do what I just did. It did come out adamant, though, which is actually a pretty fantastic nature. Now, it has, like, pretty much no stats, so to have nature with no stats isn't super relevant, especially on something super slow like Mudkip, which isn't going to be able to, like, you can't really go, like, 2x31 attack and speed on Mudkip and have it be, like, a PVM threat or any sort of relevant Pokemon. It's just too slow, so let's go ahead and go back up here. Back to the location we were before. We do have the ability to defeat that Kecleon now. Let's go heal up really quick. Alright, here we are right back before the gym. Let's go ahead and take on the Kecleon and just kill it this time. Don't waste the Pokeballs on it. Now, I do want to say I'm really excited to finally defeat this gym because after this gym, we can finally start making money. We might not be able to start making money in the Hoenn region per se, but after this gym, we'll get access to the HM Fly, or at least the ability to use the TM Fly, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think we're able to use it yet, if I'm not mistaken. I actually kind of forget. I remember putting Fly... I think we got access to the HM, didn't we? Do I even need to defeat this gym? I feel like I do. I feel like I remember correctly. I'm forgetting everything. Am I making a huge mistake? Not huge mistake, but am I wasting a little bit of time when I could be heading over to Kanto or Unova or a completed region right now and just be making Pokeyen? Okay, I absolutely had to go back to the PC to actually check it in, and I am correct. You're not able to just fly directly back to this. You're not able to fly yet. So, huge crisis averted. A little bit of a panic attack for whatever reason. Really not a big deal, but just wanted to be super sure on that. Let's go ahead and go take on the gym finally. Enough stalling. Alright, here we are. We've made it to probably the most important gym in the entire Season 3 so far. Let's go ahead and make our way. We can dodge him. I know we have to at least fight one of these guys. If, just kidding, we can actually dodge both of them. Honestly, the more trainers we dodge, the better. I'm already at level 38 on my Sceptile. Now, this gym is going to be, if I'm not mistaken, a flying type gym, so I do need to be a little aware of that and figure out some sort of strategy ahead of time. Sceptile is going to have a hard time, obviously, with those flying attacks. I brought Cryogonal because of that, because if I can get like an Ancient Power off or just spam Aurora Beam or something, not the strongest moves, not crazy stuff going on, but I'm going to have to fight both of these guys, guaranteed it looks like. Maybe, honestly, maybe I should be leading with my Gyarados here and I could just get some XP on this because I feel like, with Pelipper, wow, I feel like Gyarados is going to be my best bet against this gym. I'm trying to think of any other options. Honestly, Sceptile has a pretty decent position here against this Sceptile. I should be pretty safe to go for like Giga or Acrobatics. I actually don't know which does more damage here. 55 doubled obviously is 110. It drains 75 plus stab. Alright, Giga Drain plus stab actually does 112 base power, so it's slightly more damage than Acrobatics. So if they're both neutral like that, I can just go ahead and click Giga Drain pretty safely. So I'm gonna go for an Aerial Ace. Really lucky he didn't have Hurricane. That's what I was worried about, and that's what you'll see on a lot of competitive Pelipers. You'll see that Drizzle plus Hurricane combo where Hurricane gains 100% accuracy within that rain, which he sets for himself, plus its stab, boosted Hurricane. It's super powerful. So was definitely a little worried about that. Thankfully we didn't see it. Once again, I should be safe to, just kidding, we Acrobatics here. We actually one-shot that thing with Acro. Is that a crit? That damage was kind of surprising. Hopefully this gym is just as easy as that Doduo was. This might be the one time Assurance has actually been a good move all series, I guess, which is really funny. I don't have Assurance there because it's a good move. I kind of just have it there because I haven't gotten rid of it yet, funnily enough, but it's going to confuse Ray me. A little annoying. I almost want to make the switch just to get around that. He's probably going to go for something like Air Slash there, so I can keep that in mind if I do want to go for the switch, but let's risk it for a turn. Go for the Assurance here. We do get it off. Nice. Swellow comes in. Now this is a powerful Pokemon. I'm going to go ahead and just go for the Acrobatics and see if I can get it off and get some damage. 78%. Love to see it. If this thing has Brave Bird, I'm probably dead. Thankfully it doesn't. We see an Aerial Ace come out. Did I snap out of confusion yet? I don't think so. I'm going to risk it again 3 times in a row. I should hit myself here. Yup. And that's totally okay. Kind of what I was expecting here. I can actually just go ahead and sacrifice my Sceptile here and then bring in something else to get some XP. The question is what? Part of me wants to bring in Cryogonal here, but at the same time, I know it's not actually going to be a relevant Pokemon for the rest of the storyline. So I'm going to bring in Gyarados actually, because Gyarados is probably going to be one of those Pokemon that helps me defeat the Elite Four. He's going to be more relevant long term, and I know I can just bring him in, throw up on Aqua Tail. He can't really hit me too hard. I intimidated him. It should be a pretty easy victory. There we go. Get that fat XP drop. Cryogonal is such a weird Pokemon. I feel like this thing should always have some sort of like pre-evolution, but it doesn't. I almost feel like it should have something similar to Cubchoo, maybe like one little snowflake. I know he's like one big snowflake with like some weird, I guess, snow trimmings, beard. What is this thing? What are these like weird dangly balls he has? I don't understand. But I guess like a mustache. It's very strange. Honestly, his follower sprite, it's kind of incredible. Not a huge Cryogonal fan, but I feel like he deserves a pre-evolution. This might literally be one of the least used follower sprites in all of PokeMMO, and it's kind of a shame because it's kind of good in my opinion. Like you see his like little happy face, it looks like his little eyes kind of like going over in like rainbow shapes on his face. Pretty cool looking, honestly. Kind of a shame. If you're a Cryogonal fan, let me know in the chat. Even if it's not your favorite Pokemon, but if you like really like Cryogonal, if he's top 50 Pokemon for you, let me know. Alright, just a quick heal and now heading back over to the gym. I want to make sure I follow that same path pretty carefully. I already took on these 2 mandatory gym trainers. Let's see if there's any more. I don't think so. Nice. We can go ahead and make our way on to the gym leader. Let's go ahead and attempt her. Hopefully we have some good luck. Hopefully we have some good, I guess, favor. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully we make some good plays. Skarmory. Now I know Skarmory is definitely a tough Pokemon, especially for my team. Skarmory is just tough. Skarmory is just a really powerful Pokemon and is really, really tough to take down here. The question is, how am I going to be able to deal with it here? Honestly, part of me wants to go ahead and switch over to Krokorok and just make some sort of sacrifice. I could go for a Scary Face to lower its speed. Krokorok is going to essentially be pretty freaking useless, I'd say, in this matchup. I could also go to a Gyarados. I think Gyarados is super safe because I'm getting the Intimidate proc off, which, as you know, Intimidate's just super, super powerful. So being able to get that Intimidate proc off and make all of my Pokemon and make Gyarados essentially just bulkier is just super important. I probably should have put leftovers on Gyarados. I will be honest, it would have been super relevant here. He's going to make a switch over to Tropius as I set up Rain. I'm pretty happy with this. He's not going to be able to hit me for super effective damage. I'm Gyarados. It's not like, yeah, like it's not like he's hitting me with a Solar Beam or a Leaf Blade or anything. I think the question is if Aqua Tail actually does more damage, even though it's not very effective because Rain is up. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the weather boosts things by 1.5 times as well. So the math should look a little something like this. It should be 90 half because it's not very effective times 1.5 for stab. times 1.5 for the weather boost. Looking at 101 base power. I think that's accurate. Let's go ahead and go for it. 45% against the Tropius. Leaf Storm only doing 34% to me in return. I'm pretty freaking happy with that. I'm not going to be able to two-shot the Tropius here. Honestly, this would be a really fantastic... Actually, no. His status actually got healed from the White Herb. So he's White Herb. So I was debating about going for a heal there. Maybe like taking the sec to potion and heal up my Gyarados. But you know what? If he's just going to go ahead and obviously Leaf Storm me again anyway, and now finally his stats will actually get hurt... I'm going to go ahead and just let that happen. I could crunch here, or I could heal. I think right now is just a really good time to heal since he's going to be doing so little damage to me. So let's go ahead and go for it. Do we need a Hyper Potion? Yeah, I think we do need a Hyper Potion here. 120 HP. Let's see the damage post -2. 18%. Oh, it's from Aerial Ace. We went for the Aerial Ace, which is a physical attack over the Leaf Storm. Honestly, smart play from the AI. Makes sense. Go for Crunch here. I don't need to risk the 90% accuracy of Aqua Tail. Let's see what Poke brings in second. Gyarados goes up to level 35. Rain does come down, which is pretty unfortunate. This should be fine. I actually have Twister here, which is pretty hilarious. But actually, do I even need to set up Rain here if I just go for Twisters? Yeah, I think going for Twister here and then going for the flinch chance is going to be better than Crunch and going for the defense drop. Or maybe I'm totally wrong because that damage is pathetic. 13%. Alright, he's going for Dragon Claw, and I obviously want to be able to bring in my Cragnole here, the guy I've been talking about all along, but totally forgot his name. Definitely didn't do that. I'm going to bring him in. Should be mostly safe. Even if he does like 40% to me, it's totally okay. 78% is a little more than I was expecting. Now, thankfully, what is Cragnole's base stat speed? I should be faster. I actually don't think I am with the level difference. I probably should have brought... I think I'm going to sack this thing here. Actually, no, I do get it off. Are you kidding me? 4 times super effective? Aw, it's Yachi Berry. I was like, there's no way that thing takes 42%. I know Aurora Beam's 65 base power, but holy, that was crazy. Like 4 times, I just can't express like how much damage 4 times moves do, right? I think my best bet is just going to be go Sceptile here. Just go Sceptile, for sure. No reason to go anything else. Just go Sceptile here and probably just go Acrobatics. If he goes Skarmory here, which, yep, there he goes. Pretty expected. I'm okay with that. It's a little whatever, but do we just hard switch back over to Gyarados? What's the play here? I think that's the play, and Intimidate proc is never bad. Is that a crit Aerial Ace? 36%? Yep, I was about to say, 36% is pretty huge, actually. Am I going to have to potion my way out of this battle? How do I win this? This is actually going to get quite dicey. I'm not going to lie. This is going to get quite tough. This is getting tough. This is putting me... I don't have a great way to deal with this Skarmory just by any means. Honestly, I think just going to my Tentacruel and Surfing is fine. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead. So since we already have the Intimidate proc off on him, there's a possibility he switches out of Skarmory here, but even if he doesn't, I should be fine. Aerial Ace doing 20% there. Black Sludge here, or not Black Sludge, Leftover is just healing me up. I don't need the Black Sludge. Leftover is healing me up. He has lefties of his own, which actually is pretty frustrating. It might be worth to go ahead and go for a barrier here, dude. Honestly, I'll take it. Why not? Against the rest of his team so far, he brings in Pelipper. He's honestly going to set up Rain for me. I'm okay with that as long as this thing... has like Aerial Ace or has those physical moves, that barrier is still going to be relevant. And honestly, even though it's going to be resisting, I'm throwing out Stab, Surf, Inside Rain. 27% is less damage than I expected, though. Let's see what he's got to throw at me. A Scald doing 26%. This is going to be a tough battle. He's going to be able to end up burning me at some point. Does he have lefties? What item does he have? Let's see if we can get some information. Nothing so far. This is a tough fight. I think I'm going to go ahead and just go for the Acid Spray since it's going to sharply reduce his special defense stat. I'll then be able to hit him with a nice Surf after that. So put him in a crippled position and then take advantage of that. If I get burned here, it's not the worst thing in the world. It essentially negates my Leftovers heal, but it's not going to do anything to my damage. I'm a special attacker, not a physical attacker. I'm going to go for the Surf now. You could argue to go for a second Acid Spray. The reason I'm not is because there's a possible chance the AI might just switch out since it sees that its stats were lowered to that extent. So we do actually pick up the KO at that range, which I was kind of surprised by. But honestly, definitely take it. Huge damage. the Altaria does come in. We do have the defenses raised, and we're still in rain. I think once again, I'm going to go ahead and just go for the surf here, especially because I think rain is going to wear out in a sec. You really hyper potion at that HP range? That was a crazy AI move. Wow. Really? 44% and you pop a potion? That was kind of nuts. All right, well, I think in this position, I mean, I'm scared of EQ or some sort. I don't think he has it. I'm going to go for the acid spray to just cripple him once again. Let's see what he goes for. I don't think he has the EQ, but I'm definitely, he does have it. I knew that was going to be a huge issue for me. Hits me pretty hard, but that's okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and just go for the surf damage here, which feels a little weird. Definitely feels unfortunate. Honestly, I think Hex is a little more damage. Alright, Surf is actually still technically doing the most amount of damage here. It's sitting at around 67 base power if I'm calculating it correctly. Hex is obviously 65, Acid Spray is 40, made 60 with Stab, so 67 should be the highest, 20% damage, even with the special defense drop. Not great for sure, unfortunately. We're sacking our Tentacruel to be able to do that. Honestly, maybe I should have just gone for a heal there on my Gyarados that turn. My goal was to bring in Sceptile after, making sure I abuse this special defense drop. It's going to hurt me if he goes Skarmory here, which he probably does. Yeah, I need to be playing a little bit better. I know that's so obvious. Like, you've got to think about that. You've got to know that's coming. You've got to know that's coming. I just don't have a great way to deal with this Skarmory. It's really, really brutal. He's obviously going to go for an Aerial Ace. I'm going to go over to Krokorok. And I'm going to try to heal up my Gyarados. I need my Gyarados to be healthy to deal with this Storm. Aerial Ace doing 48%, but that's okay. Essentially just sacking my Croc here. My last Hyper Potion here. I am going to go ahead and use it on the Gyarados. I need that HP. It was so low. Aerial Ace doesn't quite take me out, I believe. Puts me to 1 HP. Is there any sort of relevant thing I could do? I think I just Scary Face in case I outspeed, but no. He outspeeds, gets the Aerial Ace off, takes me out. Aerial Ace spam, really doing some work. Bring in Gyarados, get up the Intimidate proc, let's set up Rain, and let's just try to do as much damage as possible. I really just let my special attackers go against this thing. Like, Cragganol and Tentacruel were my 2 special attackers, and Skarmory is just a defensive monster. Just kidding, 73% is way more damage than I expected. That wasn't even a crit? Wow, that was pretty surprising, I'm not going to lie. I should be super safe here to just spam Aqua Tail. Hopefully don't miss. That would actually cost me some important HP. Take that out. Altaria is 55%. He's got 1 Pokemon in the back that I still don't remember what it is yet. Let's go ahead and see what's coming in. Assume Altaria just comes in. Yeah. Which I'm super fine with this. I think I just go ahead and go for Aqua Tail with the rain up and everything. 45%. Some pretty solid damage. Let's see what he's got in response. Not quite enough to KO. He's used 1 potion so far. Dragon Claw. As long as I don't miss here. Actually, no, I just always crunch here. Or Twister. Or something that isn't Aqua Tail. Because there's a possibility that I miss my Aqua Tail there. And then he goes for a Dragon Claw and high rolls me. Like, if 32% is the low roll damage, we don't know, right? But if 32 is theoretically the low roll, and then, yeah, there's a chance he kills me there. I should be super safe here to just go for an Aqua Tail, get off some damage before I die. Do I live with this? Yeah, I think I do. I do finally miss an Aqua Tail. Honestly, I think I might go Girder here. Is that an int? It feels like an int, but I really want to go Girder here. I just sat Gyarados. It's fine. It's fine. I've also used like a potion or something, but this game should be in the bag. I should be fine, is kind of what I'm thinking here. I'm going to go ahead and just straight up go to Girder now. And then go for the fighting type attack. It should be neutral. Yeah, see? It should be neutral. I could also go for Scary Face. Actually, maybe Scary Face is better. A little scared I don't outspeed, but no, I should be fine. Wake Up Slap. We go for Wake Up Slap. We can actually Scary Face after if we need to, if the damage isn't great. 43%. I'm pretty sure. So I'm actually going to do a weird play. I'm going to Scary Face now. The reason being, I just need to make sure my Sceptile outspeeds this thing, and I'm pretty sure it does, but I need it to. Because I know I can defeat it. I just have to be able to outspeed. I wonder if I can outspeed it with this thing now. Probably not. Yeah, Girder's super slow at a 40 base stat speed. I think Swellow sits at like a 125 base stat speed. Very, very fast Pokemon. And now Sceptile can come in and essentially clean up. Let's go ahead and go for the acrobatics. Should be enough to KO. There we go. Took a little bit of thinking. Honestly, more thinking than I'd like to admit. I feel like I Didn't play the best there, but we did take it out. There's our 6th gym badge in the Hoenn region, making a ton of progress, and we should be able to fly back and forth between regions now. We can fly back and forth. We can take the boats, the docks, and everything. 1 Pokemon left. Aerial Ace TM. This is a big deal. This is a huge step in the account. I can travel to other regions to now level my Pokemon or make Pokeyen. All right, I've got to know if I can fly now. There we go. We see the things that definitely means we can. We can fly around, go to Sladeport City. We can head over to the docks and head over to any region to make some Pokeyen. Man, how exciting is that? That's a really, really cool feeling. Thing is, what should we do? Should we keep? I feel like we gotta make some money. I feel like, this is the road to 10 mil Pokeyen. We can always make story progress later. Let's go ahead and start making some Pokeyen. I do want a majority of the money making methods to be shown off within the Hoenn region, but you know what? There's so much money to be made in this series. Let's try everything. Let's do a little bit of everything. All right, now for my first money-making method, or I guess real money-making method of the series, I'm going to be doing something I haven't done in quite a while, and it's truly one of my favorite money-making methods, so I really miss it. Now, this method is going to depend on how many experience shares you have. You really want 5 if possible, maybe like 4 to 5 depending on how many party spaces you have. Now, I still have to commit like 3 Pokemon in my party anyway to be able to do this, so 3 should be totally fine for me. But essentially, what I'm going to be doing is trying to find good prices on what I call UTs, which are untrained, which means an untrained competitive ready Pokemon. And I actually scouted one out. You can buy really cheap Pokemon with really good stats, train them up, EV train them, level them to level 50, and essentially get them ready to go and sell them to people looking for mediocre comps. It's called mediocre comps. They're comps that they're not the best, they're not great, but they're great for beginners. They're great for people to pick up for a really cheap price, see how they fit into their current team, or just help them build their first team and help people bust into the PvP scene. So this Palpitoad, for example, 20k, Naughty Nature, Palpitoad or Seismitoad. Seismitoad is a really interesting physical attacker in the NU tier, so this is actually going to work perfectly. I am going to go ahead and pick this thing up. It's been there for 2 days. Now, 20k is a little higher of an investment into it than I usually want to put into something like this, so I'm really hoping I can sell this thing for around 60k or so once it's finally trained up and everything, but I'll show you guys what we're looking for on a Seismitoad or something like this. So if we go to the NU tier, you want to make sure you understand how to EV train your Pokemon. For something like Seismitoad, we can scroll down. 3% usage rate, not the highest, but not terrible. Pretty nice win percentage. People who want this are usually trying to build usually a rain team, but looks like people are going like Swift Swim, but it looks like people are going Poison Touch as well. They go Adamant Nature, Leftovers, everything like this. So we're looking to build a physical attacker for some NU people who might want a Seismitoad. All right, now I'm actually not sure how people are EV training their Seismitoads nowadays, so I actually wanted to head over to the GTL and check really quick, and I thought it was going to be 252 attack and 252 speed in the PokeMMO meta, which I was actually correct on, as we see on this one. This one is Swift Swim, which seems a little bit out of favor. This one's a full-on tank. That one's bold. The ones that were the most popular on the GTL were Adamant, so they were going physical. This one's even sassy in its 252 speed and everything, which is interesting. So it looks like there are some special ones. You can go mixed, you can go a lot of things with Seismitoad, but the most popular variant, at least in usage in PvP, seems to be the aggressive, fast, physical one. That one's bold. All these full tank ones. This one, yep, 252. Okay, so for the purposes and the build we're looking for on our Seismitoad, 252 attack and 252 speed is definitely looking to be the best bet. So since we know that, we picked up our first cheap budget mon. We want to pick up 2 other Pokemon that also want 252 attack and 252 speed. We don't want to be wasting our time sort of jumping around training different stats and EV stats. If you want to be able to train as many EVs on different Pokemon as once, because they don't distribute the way XP does. If you earn 30,000 XP in a battle, but you split that across 6 Pokemon, each Pokemon's getting 5,000 XP. But if you have a battle where you kill a horde of Pokemon that give you 10 EVs, all 6 of your Pokemon, if you have EV share on all, XP share on all of them, XP share, excuse me, then all 6 of your Pokemon are going to end up getting 10 EVs. It's not split or distribute the way XP is, so you want to be able to abuse that fact. So I'm going to do a little more GTL browsing and find some good prices. We've got this Muck for 2,500 Pokeyen. That's Impish Nature. Not the best nature, but it doesn't hurt us, which is essentially exactly what we're looking for. Now, unfortunately, this thing does have 150 defense EVs, so that's going to be a little bit of a weird sell. But honestly, I'm wondering if it's just so cheap. I'm wondering if I could pick this up The issue is, since it's invested in defense, it's just so cheap. It's going to be really weird to EV this thing in speed. But maybe if I EV it in speed, someone will think it's just like calced. Someone will think it's like perfectly calculated and I did it that way on purpose. That'd be pretty funny. All right, now here's a good one though, Quill Fish, and these stats are really fucking nice, honestly. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna go ahead and pick up this Quill Fish, honestly. It's Careful Nature, which minuses special attack, which you don't need to worry about on Quill Fish. 5K for that, honestly, I'm super happy with that. Let's go ahead and let's see if there's any other deals that I for sure want to grab before I essentially pass up on this muck. I might want to end up just going with this muck, but if there's some other cheap deals. I do doing a lot of cheap Magikarp is a great way to go as well. That can earn you some decent stuff. Sudowoodo. I think Sudowoodo is a really interesting competitive Pokemon. The issue is you would never go speed on this thing. It has a 30 base stat speed. It's just not going to allow you to actually do anything with it. So I don't want to be EV training speed on that. So I don't want to worry about that. What's this Magikarp? Nature. Timid. Makes it pretty unusable. You don't want to grab a nature that makes the Pokemon unusable. That is super important. Rash there. Don't want these, you want to make sure the Pokemon is physical in nature, like, or and physical inherently as well. Things like Deano. Hydreigon can go physical. You don't see it quite often. It's not as good as the special variant. Things like Mareep / Ampharos, these like don't go physical like the special attacking Pokemon. Things like Gloom, this will evolve into Blossom or Vileplume. Both of those huge special attackers. You really won't see those things going physical, so not going to be in your best interest to pick those up. It's looking like, what's this Crawdon level 50? Kind of interesting. Is this a semi-comp Crawdon? I wonder if I can flip this. Only been up for 42 minutes. Honestly, yeah. Let's bite on this. I'm going to bite on that to try to flip it, not to try to use it or train it up as a mediocre comp. I'm going to go ahead and just buy that muck and get to EV training. Let's try to do it first. Yeah, let's buy the muck because you want to be EV training. You want to be doing stuff as quickly as possible, but I think we can actually make a pretty decent flip on this Crawdon. So let's go ahead and look over a little bit more. Looking pretty solid. EVs are not terribly spread. Let's go ahead and find a price on this. Yeah, the only other comparable one is level 62. It's going for 60K. It's Calm Nature, which actually totally obliterates it. This one's Jolly for 99K. I'm happy to go ahead and list mine for like 70K. It almost feels a little high. Maybe I just go 60K. These have been listed for so long. Let's go. Let's go 50. Let's do this. Let's do 55K. That's a fair price for it, in my opinion. Really mediocre comp. Should be good to be picked up by a beginner player and have them test out Crawdon and quickly realize how terrible Crawdon is in PokeMMO. I kind of wish he was good. Crawdon without the knockoff buff and without adaptability, he just does pitiful damage, and he's pitifully frail, and he's pitifully slow, so it just has nothing really going for it. Now, we have our 3 Pokemon. I'm going to put XP shares on them, go over to the attack EV training spot first, and get rolling. We are down to 19K after all those purchases, so we took a huge capital hit, but we'll be able to make some huge profit once everything sells and once we pass some time and things get sorted. I'm going to go ahead and start EV training in this location. I like this spot right above Oplucid City on Route 10 that has Bouffalant because I love the idea of eventually getting a shiny Bouffalant from this location. Bouffalant is actually, fun fact, one of my top 10 favorite Pokemon, so I would love the idea of eventually getting a shiny one here just casually via EV training and via money making. All right, here we go. This should be the last horde, I believe, of attack. Yep, 252. It should be 252 across all of them. Looks pretty good. They're gonna go ahead and move on over to speed. We did get the evolution from our Palpitoad over to our Seismitoad. Does add it to our Pokedex, but shouldn't really change anything too much. Oh yeah, we do have that Muck EV trend in a strange way, so that'll be important to remember. Now, for speed, I'm going to head over to a super classic spot, just Rapidash over here. Just a really easy location to go to. Just hang. I love this guy's red afro up here. Shout out to him. But I'm going to heal up really quick and just jump right into speed EV training, wasting as little time as possible. Alright, I'm not quite done the speed EV training yet, but I was actually looking at the GTL and I happened to get a little bit of a yoink, a little bit of a snipe. As you can see, my cash tag dropped a little bit. I was able to snipe this level 100 Slowbro, 31 HP, 31 defense. Stats might not matter too much here, but a level 100 Pokemon for 15K. For those who obviously know, 15K is far too cheap for any sort of level 100 Pokemon. Usually they'll go for at least, like, I want to say 60K minimum, 50K, 60K. That's with like no stats and everything, or even terrible stats. So that's super solid to pick up that Slowbro. It's gonna be a weird sell though. I don't know if anyone's gonna be looking for like a good IV. You know, something level 100. It's gonna be a little funny. Like this for Alligator is not super comparable. It's gonna be weird. What the cheapest Slowbro level 100 is? 100k, modest. Honestly, this might be the bar. This thing's missing the special attack IV, but it's modest. Got some good stuff. Mine was seemed to be EV trained and seemed to be moveset. I could maybe go 80k or something or mine, or 100k or something like that. Honestly, it's really tempting to just go ahead and sell it for like. I might just go ahead and sell it for like that 60k mark, because I'll put up for 100k. I think 100k is fair, but it's tempting to put it up for that 60k mark, because you have to factor in like the time to sell. Like, do I want to get that capital faster to be able to make more capital and really snowball it? And like, how badly do I need it right now is the question, right? But I don't think I need it that bad. I think I'm gonna be selling a lot of stuff once I finish EV training here, so I don't mind taking a day or two break from the account and letting stuff sell and seeing that progress. So while I'm just kind of doing other things, so I think that'll be the plan. Alright, here we go. The last horde for the speed EVs. Only took me around 15 minutes to speed EV train. I didn't check the time or kind of calculate for attack, but I assume it must have been really similar. I'm actually going to go head over to this town, Icarus City, and just go fill up the HP EVs. This is normally what I do just because I like coming to Stunfisk. I love the Pokemon, love the horde, as well as usually just filling up those last 4 to 6 EVs with HP is just a really easy way to dump them, and it's not a bad strategy, so I'm gonna do that really quick. Alright, now all these Pokemon just need to be leveled to be able to be sold now. All the EV training is done, but leveling is actually something I'm not going to jump immediately into, because I want to start saving up a cache of Pokemon that need being leveled for my eventual gym reruns. That's right, I'm gonna start doing gym reruns on this series at some point, probably very soon, probably next episode. It's just such an important way to make consistent money, and now that I can fly between regions, now that I can, travel around, like that's the big thing when going to a new region, is once again gaining access to be able to travel again. It's so important. We're going to be really focusing on a lot more money making stuff, so let's go ahead and go flip that Slowbro really quick and figure out what's up. Alright, Slowbro achieved. Here's the man himself, YOLO. What a fantastic name. Nicely moveset. I'm going to go ahead and make the 99k listing. Honestly, I hope I have enough Pokeyen to even list him. It's going to be tight, I think. Yeah, I actually don't quite have enough. I'm going to have to lower the price due to not having enough funds to list the Pokemon. How funny is that? So 90k, he's going up, putting me at 264 Pokeyen. And honestly, I think this is a super fair point in the series. You guys can disagree with me down in the comments below, to go ahead and just collect everything that's been sitting here so far. Now that I actually can really, start flipping things, start doing gym runs, and have that ability to travel and stuff, money making should be a lot easier at this point. I think it's super reasonable to go ahead and collect these and go ahead and start selling off this stuff. So first things first, let's go ahead and sell this Staryu, or at least relist this Staryu. I honestly don't remember what it was listed for before, but the only comparable one is this one that's naughty nature, and mine's actually bold, which is actually a really good nature. Mine is missing the special defensive IV though, which is pretty important here. So honestly, I guess I'll list this thing for like 44k, I think, and see if it sells. 45k essentially is the price I'm going for. I think that might even be under listing. I kind of just want to get that profit in. This Darumaka should be a really quick and easy price check as well. Yeah, the Darumaka should really only go for like 2k, and I'm fine letting it go for that. It's not a very incredibly IV'd Pokemon by any means, but that'll be a pretty simple one. And I think that's everything on track. Everything's sold, getting some money, getting the economy rolling, getting the ball rolling, and getting that momentum. Alright, but I'm scared to see how long this episode has been. I think this whole series, or just season, I guess, this season specifically, I think I've been making episodes a little longer than I'd like, so hopefully we can get some management on that. But I think that will naturally happen. Now that these future episodes, man, it's going to be like, doing a gym run, doing one gym run is going to take me an hour, right? So it's going to be like 1 hour of gameplay for like a 2-minute update, like 2 minutes of progress, like maybe a minute, with intro, like 2 minutes with intro, so like 1 minute. It's going to be... From this point on, the updates might be a lot slower in the progress. Hopefully the episodes still stay at around 1 episode every 3 days or so. That's my goal. I usually do 1 episode every 3 days when I'm airing the PokeMMO or Road to PokeMMO series. So hopefully it sticks close to that. But It'll be a fun journey. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this journey. If you did, please do make sure to leave a like on the video if you're excited for the money making to begin commencing. Dislike if you didn't. That's totally okay as well. Subscribe to the channel for more daily PokeMMO content and to keep up to date with this series. The Discord link is down below if you want to join a really cool community and just ask a lot of questions and learn a ton about the game. And then finally, if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel via financial aid and financial help, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch sub, and then most importantly, PayPal and Venmo are linked down below. PayPal and Venmo are the best ways to support simply because they take less of a cut. So they take less of the money from the giver and give more to me, I guess. So thank you all so much. It's never required, but it's appreciated. Thank you all. Have a great day. I'm going to get some sleep. It's around 2 a.m. for me. I don't know why I recorded this. Had a lot of fun though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Peace. Hey, if you're seeing this clip, that means you watched the entire video, and thank you. From the bottom of my heart, that means a lot. And this clip is used to say thank you so much to any of those who go above and beyond, any YouTube members, Twitch primers, Twitch subs, Patreon, whatever you may do to support the channel. It's appreciated, and your name is here. Thank you all so much, and have a great day.